everyone. The attentive audience probably has noticed that this is the Golf built by Ignite Performance and EcoTune, where I and Dane, the owner of the car, have suffered quite a big accident earlier this year. In today's video, you will see what happened up until that accident, because the car was something special. It was one of probably the fastest Golf R I have driven on the Nürburgring. But unfortunately, the aero was not sorted enough, and with the wrong gust of wind and a couple of other inputs, we flew many meters until landing and until ending up in the barriers. Luckily, we're all fine, but today I want to later show you what has happened, because in tomorrow's video, you will see what the progress is on the new car. You will also see the damage that was caused after the incident, because of course, I'm not allowed to show you crash footage or the crash car footage in the same footage as the Nürburgring. So later I will show you actually what has happened based on the sim. Other than that, if you like the Nürburgring products, check out my website where you can buy official Nürburgring licensed merch that I have co-created and help me to fund the restoration of this Golf. One more final thing that I want to mention actually. As of recent, YouTube has been really pushing members-only videos. The way my channel functions is I offer YouTube memberships, and one of the perks is that you get early release, early preview. Everyone is getting a free video every day about the Nürburgring or about any other topic, but paying members get to watch certain videos before the general public. So at no point is the content going to be taken away from you. You're still going to get every day a video, but people who want to support the channel by buying membership need to get something extra in return, and one of those features is early preview. That is all I wanted to say. So now a flashback, what was supposed to be a very cool lap. Ignite Performance, one of my favorite tunes I've driven so far, because the cars are actually proper fast, and my butt says that they generate the amount of horsepower I'm being told. So usually it's quite good. And now it's actually the company car, yes, we can say. Yes. It is a Volkswagen Golf R with some goodies underneath. Of course, also all the mandatory supporting mods. We have Nankang Air 1s, we have Aston Martin calipers with bigger brakes. The pads, what were those again?
Pudget RSL29.
RSL29, so very good. And underneath, we have quite a big chunky turbo. And it produces between 620 to 650, you said? Or?
So last time we had it on the dyno, it made 678 horsepower.
On a very good, favorable day, and a spicy fuel.
And a spicy fuel. E85, that is, yeah.
Speaking of fuel, we are right now running E85, so the power should be definitely there. And yeah, it's a Golf R, so it's all-wheel drive. It has all the mandatory, necessary good things on it. We have inside relatively stock, quite moderate. Probably are gonna complain about the lack of bucket seats for these kind of powers and and semi-slicks, but yeah, it shows that it could be a usable daily, possibly. It is a daily. It is a daily.
It doesn't run these wheels all the time. It actually runs just the normal Ultra Leggera 18-inch wheels. You know,
nice.
Got the seats in normally for the kids.
Very cool.
Other than that, you know, yeah, it's a daily driver.
Amazing. Amazing. So yeah, I guess we're gonna go out. And so what kind of power will it have now roughly? Because you said it was on a spicy fuel with 670, and now
we'll probably be running map 3 today.
Yeah.
Map 3, when we had a look at the time, it was about 650 horsepower.
Yeah.
So probably between 620 to 650.
Okay.
I would say. Depends obviously on temperature.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll still be very fast.
Should be good. Yeah, of course. And it's just TF, so there will be plenty of traffic on Green Hill driving days. So anyway, enough talking. Let's hop in, do a lap, have some nice spicy fun. Oil is warmed up. Everything is warm. Oh yeah, much more boost now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shift around 6.
7.3.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Oof, that's not so great model of the Golf that we've downloaded somewhere for Assetto Corsa. Anyway, yeah, I'm not allowed to show you the crash footage, therefore we are using the sim to explain to you what happened. We're approaching Schwedenkreuz, and as you may see here, it is actually a hill, a bump. So as we were going towards the brake zone from here, once we went over the crest, the car, the back end, caught wind and lifted. So by now, at this position, the car was going like this forward. We flew up until just before the exclamation mark sign, landed like this, the back end bounced and bounced back again, and then turned in towards the barrier and hit the right side. Before the impact, I released the steering wheel, otherwise it would snap your wrists. It's important to practice crashing if you decide to pursue an active track career, because I believe, was it Daniel Ricciardo who broke his wrists because he kept on kept on holding to the steering wheel during one of the impacts. It's a thing that can, well, save your wrists and maybe also your life. The car started sliding to the left, and we went on the grass here, and at this point I grabbed the steering wheel and turned it completely to the opposite side. Luckily, as we were going sideways, we did not flip, because the conversation or the type of video would have been completely different. Then, on the impact, the first impact, the front right wheel broke in half. It actually snapped off. So then we started sliding over the grass forward, and I was still holding the wheel and trying to navigate the car with just the one front wheel. Managed to keep on sliding, then also a bit over the track, and I know that on the right over here where the marshal is standing in Assetto Corsa, there is a safety pocket, and I navigated the car perfectly here where, well, in this case the marshal and the Skoda are standing. We both got out. Luckily, there were no injuries to both of us. But the car, of course, after sliding for so long without the wheel, actually, well, not only the car was destroyed, you will see tomorrow when we're going to show you the actual result of the accident. The very fast and expensive engine also got destroyed because the oil pan got damaged, and then it was sucking up dirt over the oil pickup. So yeah, that was not good. All of the details you will see tomorrow. Is just today I wanted to give you more of a visual representation of how things went and how bad things could have been, and that's all there is to it. And also, this was kind of one of the final drops of me deciding not to take passengers anymore, because after watching what happened in car together with the previous big accident last year with the M4, you see that things could have been much worse. And I'm happy that you will see in tomorrow's video that we're actually laughing about the whole matter already like a few days after. And just like in the case of last year's M4, we are building something very special. So there's that. So thank you for watching, stay safe, and looking forward to unveil the Phoenix, the next Ignite Performance and EcoTune UK build, and a bit of Vulcan Alpha, and a bit of others important bits soon. So see you then. Bye bye.